Hi everyone, get your sketchbook ready. We'll study about developing form and adding value. We'll use one page to do three different forms. First, let's do a sphere. Let's put your hand on your paper. Make your hand steady and trying to draw a circle in the air. Once you feel comfortable, you can put your pencil on your paper to make a smooth, nice circle. There'll be several lines repeating doing this several times until you feel there's one perfect circle line in there. Then you can get stop it. Now you get a circle. Make sure there's a space for the other two forms. Let's emphasize a little bit about the age. Think of where the light comes from, and then the opposite direction will be the shading area. Do you remember what we learned about a hatching line? Also, a cross hatching line. Make sure when you do cross hatching line, it's always diagonal direction with each other. Let's start adding value with hatching and the cross hatching line from the shading area. Let's also have a slightly highlight at shading area. If you pay attention see the object, you'll see there's a highlight at the shading area. When we build up those shading area, don't rush to put very dark hatching line to make it dark. Let's try to build it with several layers, layer by layer, and bring it darker. This is called adding value. Then you will get a smooth, nice transition, a nice gradation from dark to light to bring this sphere form. The second form, let's build a cube. First, let's draw a vertical and horizontal lines. Make sure for a cube, all the vertical lines should be parallel with each other and the horizontal lines also parallel with each other. And diagonal lines also. Um, just checking all your lines, the vertical line parallel with vertical line, and diagonal lines parallel with diagonal lines. Then horizontal lines should be parallel with horizontal line. The most bring to the front surface shape should be a square. Then there'll be your cube. Once you get a perfect cube shape with your lines, then we can start to adding value. Let's emphasize the edge of your square. Emphasize all the most likely all the edges and erase the line that no need. Clean your paper. We'll do the same direction with light and shading. Emphasize the line at the dark side. The light should be the same from that direction. And we still use hatching line to add a shade to this dark area. Once you're shading, make sure your hatching line is even. Um, try to make all the lines in a same tone. Let's add in layers, make a hatching line, close hatching, to bring this surface even more darker. Cause this surface should be the darkest side for your whole square, for your whole cube, considering the light is coming from opposite direction. Especially emphasize the edges. All the edge should be little more showing a little more darker. And don't forget to add the shading area. Use layers to bring it dark. Don't rush to do it in once. For the cube, it's actually they have edges, transition, and different surfaces. In this case, you may feel little easier than the sphere, because sphere, if you don't do it, follow the step, adding value little by little, it will hard to make a smooth transition. But cube, you build this value more quick than a sphere. This side uh, facing you will be the lightest surface. Just try to make all the edges a little bit darker. Let's do the last one. Last one will be a cylinder. Let's start from the top surface. We'll make a oval shape. Then from both sides, stretching two vertical lines. Make sure it's parallel. And the bottom curved line should be parallel with the one side of your oval shape. This cylinder also the same lighting come from lighting direction. It's the same with the other two, and we're making the shading and emphasize the bottom lines. Bring it a little round feeling with this shading area. When we build this form, it's similar your sphere. It's a round surface. Let's build it layer by layer. Don't rush. Bring it dark little by little. Uh, Make sure the transition is smooth. Pay attention for the lines. Lines also have value. Uh, Checking on which part I emphasize more, I make it darker, which side is lighter. Those line weight it's really helping you to bring this form out. You can see the edge and the center is more darker lines. Let's build it with hatching line and following this curve direction. We from dark side layer by layer to build this shading area. Again, don't be rushed, just take time slowly and adding value. Bring your cylinder form thinking of it because the cylinder's surface is round shape, and you can see where it's the darkest area. It's not as a cube. It's not on the side, because the side is a transition brewing round to the light direction. Um, Pay attention for the area where is the darkest shading area.